Now that you've set up your classroom, you have three options for adding to your classroom feed. To add anything to your classroom feed, you'll come up here to the big green button that has the plus sign and says Add. The first thing I can add is Post Student Work. This is going to be a static picture or video that other people can comment or like, but can't interact with. Now, there are 6 different ways that I can post student work. The first way is to take a photo of something using my web-enabled camera. So if I click on that option, we can see our camera. Here I am. I could take my photo if I wanted to. Once the photo is taken, then I can add any kind of drawings or text messages or emojis or pictures to it, but it's just a static picture that people will look at. Next, I could add a drawing. If I click drawing, you'll see I have my white blank paper. Down here towards the bottom, I have all of my different drawing tools, pencils, pens, markers, eraser, and I have a wide variety of colors that I can use. I can insert text boxes. I can make an audio recording. I can take a photograph. I can insert shapes, and I can also change the background. Now, under this option, I can add up to 20 pages within my post. So this one's a little bit more free-form, has a little bit more to it. I can add a video, which is similar to the photo option, but instead it's not going to be a static picture, it's going to be a video recording, but still using the web-enabled camera. I can upload a file, either from my Google Drive or from any of my computer drives. I can take a note, which you can see just looks like note paper, and then I would type my text in. Or I can add a link to another web page. My next option would be to assign an activity. This would be similar to the student work. I'd have all the same options, but it would be designed for students to interact with. Now, I could create my own activity, which we'll address in another video, or I can choose from pre-made activities that other users have submitted. So I'm going to click Assign Activity, and you can see my library are all the activities that I've either made myself or I've saved from other users. When I come up to the top, I can see all of the activities created by users within our school and district. Now, right now, I have it set on kindergarten, so it's only going to show me activities that have been tagged as kindergarten level activities. If I wanted to see more grade levels, I would change this to all. I can also search by subject, or I can search by keywords. And then the last choice is the community library, which are activities submitted by all Seesaw users. And once again, I can search by grade level, I can search by subject, I can search by keyword, or I can search by collections that have been created by Seesaw. Once I find an activity that I would like for my students to use, I can click the little heart, and that activity is now in my activities. And then when I'm ready for the students to complete the activity, I click Assign to Class. When I do that, it'll show me a list of all my classes. Right now, I only have one class. If I had multiple classes, I could click or unclick the ones that I want to complete the activity or don't want to complete the activity. I can also choose specific students. So if I don't want my whole class completing the activity, I can just have a small group. I can also create and assign my folders. So if I want to sort the activities that the students do, for example, if I want an ELA folder and a math folder and an SEL folder, I can do that here. I can also assign skills to each activity, most of which correspond to the Common Core standards. So that way later, when I go back to my class feed, I can look for specific activities that address one specific skill. Once I do that, I click Assign, or I could schedule it for later. So if I want to go ahead and assign it now, but I don't want the students to see it until later in the week, I could schedule it. Once I assign it, it'll also ask me if I want to share with other teachers. So we'll go ahead and do that now. I can get the activity link. And there's the link that I can then send to other teachers. When I come back to my classroom feed, I can then see that activity under my activities tab within my feed. And then if I click on that activity, it will show me student progress, which students have completed, which have not. And then I can go through and look at student responses. The last option in your classroom is to send an announcement. This would be similar to a post on social media that you can choose either for just the students to see, just family members to see, or both students and family members. So if I'm sending an announcement, I would type my text message, and then if need be, I could also attach those same 6 options of photo, drawing, video, attachment, a note, or a link to a website. Once I've added to my classroom feed, I can view everything from my journal. And once again, I can look at the whole class at once or one particular student. I can look at just the activities I've assigned. I can look at just my messages within my inbox. This is also where I will get notifications of items that need to be taken care of within my feed. For example, Seesaw notifies me if I have anything from students that need to be approved, or any messages I have from parents, or just a general weekly update. And then my last option is my skills. I can go through and sort, which you can see I haven't used this very often yet. This is new under the paid subscription, but if I wanted to see a specific skill, so for example, I have reading concepts, I could look at any activities that address that specific skill.